Welcome to day 31 of how to automate your law firm in 90 days. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. We are continuing to build on our legal assistant agent. This is part 3. In this video, we will be creating our email agent and then connecting it to our legal assistant agent. Let's dive in. Let's get started. Here is my legal assistant agent that is created on the N8N platform. Now, in the previous video, what I did, I'm talking about part 2, and I will link it up top so that you can take a look. We added our basic tools, which were the calculator and Hacker News. SERP API was already on there, but I did show a little bit more of its functionality. In this video, as I mentioned in the intro, we are creating our email agent. In order to do that, there are a couple of things we need to do on this screen. The first thing that I want to do is I am going to click into my legal assistant agent, and there were some additional things that I needed to add. Here, I added the contact management so that the agent would understand and know what needs to happen if I am going into my contacts. That is a tool we'll be adding in just a moment. And it says to retrieve contact information, use the Get Contacts tool, which allows users to search for contacts based on first name, last name, phone number, email, or type of contact. And also, we have our email management. This is for sending emails. Use the Send Email tool. Ensure to include the recipient's address, subject, and body of the email. Format the body as HTML if required. And also, we're using the Get Email tool to search for emails. Only include non-promotional emails and summaries. Summarize each email by including the sender, message date, subject, and a brief summary of the content. I am going to click out of this. And now what I'm going to do is I need to add my contacts. And here, we're back together. Here's Airtable. I will be using as an example these contacts in Airtable. If you've never seen any of my Airtable videos, look at my channel and go back. I think I'll create a playlist, but basically I love Airtable. It's like Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets on steroids. It's a really great database management tool. Okay. And here are the contacts we'll be referencing in this example. So what I need to do is go back to my legal assistant agent, and I am going to add a tool. The tool I'm going to add is Airtable. Okay. And here, as always, you have to put in your Airtable credentials. I've already done that. Also, it says the tool description, we're going to leave it set automatically. The resource is, let me click down just to make sure. Okay, yes. The resource tool is going to be a record. No, it's going to be the base. Oh, no, it's going to be a record. And what I will be doing is searching for, and let me click back in here. I'm going to be searching for a specific records or list all, okay? Because we're going to, whenever I'm asking my legal assistant to create an email, I want it to search in my contacts in order to find it. So now I need to get the base. Going down to the base, the one I'm looking for is legal matter management. And here you see it's right here, legal matter management. And also the table we are getting is team. Okay. So legal matter management, and my table is going to be team. Okay. And that is all that I need to do for this. So let's go back. I'm going to save it and I want to test it. So I'm going to pull up my Telegram and I'm going to say, and let's look for someone in our list. We'll get Sienna Dyer. Okay, I'm going to go back. Okay. Here, Sienna Dyer's phone number is 123-456-7890. And as we go back, yes, we see that is Sienna's phone number. That's all of their phone numbers, but we see that we were successful. Okay. Oh, one thing I can ask is, what is Sienna's title? Okay, you see it says Sienna Dyer's title is legal assistant. Is there, if there's anything else you need, please let me know. Sienna, we're coming for your job. My apologies. Okay, so now that we see that Airtable works correctly, let me get out of that. Then, so now what I can do is I am going to create my email agent. Okay. So here I have a tab we haven't created, and you see I have email agent right here. Let me move it over. And what our first step is going to be, because we are connecting it to our legal assistant agent, I am going to go when executed by another workflow. Okay. This is what I'm going to choose, because remember, the trigger is the what? Party starter. And so our party starter is when executed by another workflow. And the description is runs the flow when called by the execute workflow node from a different workload. So that is what we're going to choose. Okay. Okay, this isn't set up to accept any input. That's okay. So we're going to go back. Oh, maybe not. We may need to go back in there, because what is it asking for? Oh, input data mode, what I need to check is accept all data. Okay. When I went back in here, by default, it was defined using fields below. And that is why it gave an error, because it was saying, girl, what fields? But what I needed to do is change it to accept all data. Okay. So now that we have that, what I'm going to do is I am going to add on an advanced AI agent, okay? And I am using OpenAI. Oh, I'm sorry, let me go back. It's AI agent, okay? It's going to be the tools agent, and the source is going to be defined below, okay? And I'll give you that information in just a second. So let me go back. And for the chat model, I am going to choose OpenAI. Oh, there it is right there. And we're going to choose GPT-4 Mini. And all the for this node, I already have my credentials set up. Okay. I wonder why it's GPT-4 Mini. Okay, there we go. I just didn't give it time. Be patient, Shay Jackson. All right. So What I need to do is I need to go in here and I am going to create an output as an example. Okay. So let's say we're going to create an example for a query, because that is what it's called when our legal assistant agent, when our legal assistant agent is going to make a call to the email agent, it's going to be called a query. And I'm going to say, I don't need that. Okay, I'm going to say, can you retrieve or can you get an email from Sienna Dyer? And I'm just going to put in her email address. Name at example, pretty complex. Just kidding. Name at example.com. Okay. And I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back out. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to run it. So when I click in here, now for the text, what I'm going to do is I am going to drag in the query, okay? Because that is the information that we want as our text. Now that we have that information, and let's see, let's do a test step. Oh, and it's saying, I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that because what we need to add are email tools. So now that we know that pretty much this is working correctly, I just need to add the email tools. We are going to add our tools. Now, we don't need to add any memory. I am going to click on tool. And for our email application, we're going to be using Gmail, but definitely you can use Microsoft, or any other email application. Now, if it doesn't, currently, if N8N does not partner with that application, all you need is a webhook to make it happen. Okay. So I'm going to go to Gmail tool. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to start with search email. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to search for emails. This tool description set automatically. We're not going to do anything for resource for for the operation. What I'm looking for is get many. Okay. For my search, I am going to get many. Now for the limit, what I'm going to do, and you see right here where it says use the expression from AI, and then you put whatever the placeholder is for any data to be filled by the model. And the model, they're referencing the LLM, the large language model, which we, in this example, we are using OpenAI's ChatGPT. Okay, for the limit, what I'm going to do is instead of 50, I am going to put in $ and I'm going to put from AI, and I'm just going to put in limit. Okay. Do we want to simplify it? No, we don't want it to be simplified because we want all of the information. Okay. So then for the filters, what type of filter do we want to use? And we want it to just search. Okay. We want it to just search. And again, what I'm going to put for the information is I'm going to put, I need to go back to expression. It's going to be from AI. Okay. And we're going to put search. Okay. And for options, what I'm going to put, oh no, there are no options that I need for here. So that is all I need. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to go in here. Let me save it. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, can you search? And all we're doing before we connect this to the legal assistant, we're going to test our steps within the agent. We're going to test everything to make sure everything is good before we move to the agent. Okay. Okay. So we're going to put in, can you retrieve all court filing emails? And we're just going to see if there's going to be a issue. Okay. Um. Oh, it's right here and right there. Okay. There we go. Save. We're going to go back to Canvas, and now we're going to run it again. I wonder why it's not running. Hold on just a moment. Can you? Oh, it was pinned. So okay, so let me go back because this was pinned. So let me go back. Here we go. Query. Okay. Can you retrieve all court filing emails? Okay. Save. Gonna go back. We're gonna run it. Oh, it's still pinned. Oh my goodness. Let me do it again. My apologies. I didn't unpin it. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, query. Can you retrieve all court filing emails? Okay. I don't know why it's pinning it. I'm gonna move forward. I don't know why it's pinning it, but I should still be able to. There we go. Maybe I wasn't just clicking the arrow correctly, but I knew it should have done it. So it's running. You see it did search email. All right, note executed successfully. I'm not sure what happened. I was clicking the play button for it to test it. Not sure what that issue was about. And here you see I have retrieved all relevant emails regarding court filings. Here are some key details, and I was trying to make it more readable, but here you see that it did grab what I asked. So this is working good, even though we had a little snafu. Not sure what happened with that, but we are moving on. All right. So now what I want to do, that was search. Now I want to send emails. Okay. So I'm going to go back to Gmail again. for the tool. We're going to leave it as, and I don't know if I mentioned this, this is already connected because you always, to connect everything, you either use an API or a webhook. So I've entered those credentials already. We're going to use set automatically the resources and message for our operations. It will be sent. And two, what we're going to do is go to expression. I'm going to use from AI again. Okay. And I'm going to put in here email address. Okay. And for the subject, the same thing. I'm changing this to expression. Okay. And we're going to put in subject. All right. And for the email type, it needs to be text. And for the message, I'm going to go and it's going to be from AI again. Okay. And I'm going to put in email message. Okay. And for options, I'm going to put a pin N8N attribution because if I don't turn it off at the end of the message, it'll say sent by or something, basically giving N8N the credit. And we don't want them to know that we are using a what? Agent. Okay. And also the sender name, I am going to put Tanya Willis, who is our fictitious lawyer for ABC Law Firm. No, I'm Tanya Willis. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my when executed by another workflow. And let me change this right quick. Let me change this to send email. Okay. Save it right quick. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go back here and unpin it. And what I'm going to say is, edit. Okay. What I'm going to say is for my query, I am going to say, can you send an email to Kristen Reeves asking about updates for the Ross case? Okay. Kristen Reeves. Send an email to Kristen Reeves asking for updates on the Ross case. Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my canvas. And now let me see. I'm not sure why it's not doing it. I don't know what the issue is. Let me go back. That's correct. Okay, then I don't want to append it. Oh, let me save it. I'm not sure why it won't do it. So we're going to move forward. It seems like, I don't know if it's glitchy, but we're going to move forward. So now what I'm going to do is I need to set a field. Okay. Now, for the edit field, my response, because this is going to go back to my legal assistant agent. We have the input, and now the output needs to go back to my legal assistant agent. And the information that I want to send to it is the output. Okay. And basically, you'll see once I test the step, it'll say I've retrieved all the relevant information. That information will be sent back to my legal assistant agent. Okay. So now we're going to save that. We're going to go back because now that the email agent is done, so now what I need to do is I need to add it to my tools, because yes, you can add agents to tools. So in order for me to do that, the tool is called Call N8N Workflow Tool. Okay. And we're going to name it Email Agent. This tool is to search, we'll say send and search emails. Okay. And the database source stays. For the workflow, what I need to do is on the drop down, I need to look for email agent, and here it is. Okay. So now I'm going to save it. And let's change that name so we know that we're dealing with the email agent. Okay. Okay, I want to try my send email first because I'm not sure why there was an issue. Not sure why there was an issue, but let's check and see. So I am going on Telegram on my phone. Okay. And I'm going to click. Oh, we need to find Troy Easton. I'm going to say, can you send an email to Troy Easton to get an update on the Ross case? Okay. Can you send an email to Troy Easton asking for an update on the Ross case? All right. And here it returned it. So let's see what it says.
The email has been successfully sent to Troy Easton asking for an update on the Ross case. If there's anything more I can do for you, just let me know. The 25% tip for a meal
So
that
let
costs
me.
$42.07.
All right. So that's that. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to check the email to see if it truly did send the email to who did we say? I forgot that quick. To Troy Easton about the Ross case. Let's check our email to see if we received or if there was an email sent concerning the Ross case. And here, and so there's something that I need to change because it was sent to Troy Easton. Hi, I hope this email finds you well. Could you please provide an update on the Ross case at your earliest convenience? Your insights are highly appreciated. Thank you. And it has your name. So what I need to do is I need to go back to the agent because we definitely do not want it to look like that. So let me go back to send email. And we have the email type as text. So I'm not sure why it sent it like that. It shouldn't be HTML. Let me try again. It shouldn't be HTML. Text should be fine, but not sure why. So I saved it. I'm going to go back and let's see. We're going to ask for Alexa spam. Okay, text test workflow. Can you send an email to Alexa spam concerning the court filing 02837? Okay, we see it's churning. Okay, looks like it's a success.
The email to Alexis Pham regarding court filing 02837 has been sent successfully. If you need.
All right, so let's look. We'll go back in and here inquiry about court filing 02387. Okay, here we go. And it doesn't look like a formalized email. There's something that I need to change as far as the aesthetics, but we do see that it does create and sends the email, because remember when we were going through and I was trying to check, and for some reason it didn't allow me to test it, but I'm glad I was able to now. Now what we're going to do is search for emails. And I called it 1.5, but basically it was a standalone email agent, and this is it. The reason why I created this before creating the email agent is because I wanted to have an opportunity to label different emails. Okay, and here you see the labels. For that one, I'll have that linked in the description box. But basically, this email agent is like an email agent. And what it does is it labels emails. And I had it to perform different actions based on the label. Like for instance, for client support, if there was an email that came in, the agent would create a draft so that I could just go back and look at it. So now what I want to do for search emails, and again, that is why I created it and had the labels, I am going to ask my legal assistant to search for, let's see, court filings and notices, okay? And I'll go ahead and type that one so that we can see it. So let me put my phone down, test workflow. Oh, so then what I'm going to do is, let's go back and see court filings and notices. So I wonder why it's not. I wonder why it's not doing it. Let me ask, are there for all unread messages? I'm not sure why it's not, it can't see the the label because we did it in the when we did the test workflow, we were able to see it. So let me take a look again. It's trying. Let's see what it'll return. I'm not sure why it doesn't see the court filings and notices. Okay. So here we go. I'm not sure, and it pulled all of them, which is good. And you see how, even though it took a little while to churn, I mean, for you to be able to see all of the information, less than a minute, no more than a minute is good. I'm not sure why it didn't pull the court filings and messages. Oh, let me go right here. Let me do client support. Y'all know how I am about let's do client support emails. So let me go back. That means that there's something in my search email. And I say search. And you see right here, I've retrieved all relevant emails regarding court filings. So I'm not sure why it's not doing it. And I don't want this to make this this video longer as I'm trying to troubleshoot while I'm talking. I don't want to make this video any longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it out again. You see, we were able to pull up the information before and it was a success. So I'm not sure why it's not doing it for our legal assistant because it did work for our email agent. When I asked for court filings, it returned the information, but it's not doing it for it's not doing it for um being able to retrieve labeled emails, which is odd because if it works here, it should work here. That is something I will work on. And let me change this to email agent. And you see right here it says it retrieved all the regarding the core filing. So I'm saying why it's not doing it in the main one. That is something I will work on, and I'll label it as a kind of like a resolution. So that is it. We have for this video, we've added Airtable so that we can search for our contacts, and also we have built and also added the email agent to our legal assistant agent. If you have any questions about AI agents, AI automations, I will have a link in the description box where you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. Have a great day.